championship, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending. It's in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in. In college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here. Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it really fun.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Miami's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There are a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Robbins.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down.
And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you can do forward.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Wants to throw on third down. Buying some time. Hubs it downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been into a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. He's not going to get
shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this team.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
He says hitch passes can't get big yards. Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Quick strike complete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Swings into the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Quick release on the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside of the slant.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on their scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the balls.
That's caught. It's Hodges. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Rich. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll run play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down.
Those play action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have your fake. And then the quarterback turns his back to the defense. Has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. We're seeing it here.
They want to run this quarterback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult for him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming. You don't let that speed get to the outside.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. Oh, he's got it into the end zone. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Hands it off on the counter. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Close to the marker, it's Chambers. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Looking downfield on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. The last thing he needs this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with the slide. They're down to the 32-yard line on first and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rich. Nice gain on that play, but it leaves it a little short of the first down. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zone.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, this is what I'm going to get.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. They'll run for it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Ready to try the point after.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Wisconsin delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Madison. The thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the Big Ten. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Canes! And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Fielded in the end zone. It's King. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on! They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Bring it! Bring it!
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After run, now throw. Quarterback extends the play. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll run the sneak for it. The Sooners are marching down the field. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter and space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And the Sooners will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. That's caught. It's Robin. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Change now on 2nd and long. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the catch. It's Hodges. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's brought down at the 6th, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Chambers. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Got a man. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
The give out of the gun. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Sooners decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here we go. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's taking the shot. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the 1st half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
And And the Sooners will boot it away to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He only needs a swivel of daylight. Got it on the road. There we go. Open it up. And got it. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point.
Fellas, wanted to keep you informed on the battle for the Peach State between Georgia and Georgia Tech. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. All that speculation all week, and now we know.
Breaks into the open. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the air on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Gonna run it. It's Kane. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Four punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. That leg is staying loose, already the fifth kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Gotta make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Out of the gun, the inside give. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Rides the back and leaves it on the outside. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. The Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Using the quick game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25.
Base 27, jump. Base.
Dropping back, it's Weeks. They go to the wide receiver screen. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not. That 3rd down. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Oh, better look out! They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers, these guys in skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
42.
Back to pass. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
He caught it! And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurricane! Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, let's go.
Hand off from the shotgun. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now,
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Gets it out quickly. now on second down for this offense. They're going to run it. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. From the gun, give on the inside. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, more than inches.
And he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
And the Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Here's the handoff. Back's going for the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And how good does that feel, right? You got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Got it back on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically.
They get him up. 20. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one. This half. Send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. And some room to work. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The give to the tailback. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. The Hurricanes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
There's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out the back of the end zone. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken
nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. They just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that upon him. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Trick 9, B.
To the air, it's Weeks. Oh, they're after him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look